Hi, good morning, everybody. My name is John Flores, and I am the Environmental Director for the Pasqual Band of Indians. I would like to welcome all of you to the 28th Annual Tribal EPA Conference for Region 9. A little different this year as it's our first ever virtual conference, so we're breaking new ground in 2020. I hope everyone has a successful and great virtual conference over the next 3 weeks. We have a lot of breakout sessions that we've lined up for everyone. We've got a lot of great keynote speakers, and my staff has worked very hard to put this together. Hopefully everything runs smoothly in the virtual world that we're in, but if there's any issues, do not hesitate to call or email us. Try to help provide tech support for all of you. And with that said, we're going to turn this over to a video from one of our tribal council members, Council Member Dave Toller. Recorded a video to welcome everybody to this year's conference. So thank you very much, Vanessa, and take it away.
Alka. My name is Dave Toller. I'm a member of the Pasqual Tribal Council. On behalf of Chairman Steve Cope and the rest of the council, I'd like to welcome you to the EPA's 28th Annual Tribal Region 9 Conference. Thank you. Who'd ever think this time last year we'd be in this situation with this COVID-19? Obviously, this is the reason we're doing this virtually. I hope it is going to work out well for everybody. I know this today's technical features does give us this opportunity, so let's hope we can we'll have a good conference. Wishing you all well with this whole COVID and other viruses and colds that are out there, and so be careful, be vigilant, take care. I'd like to thank John Flores. He's our Director of Environmental Department here in San Pasqual, and his staff. And we realize that there's many other of you who have participated helping us make a successful conference. And we know it will be successful. Let's take a moment of silence for all of those who have lost their life through COVID-19 and for all life that has been lost through the wildfires. Thank you. I'd like to thank the Environmental Protection Agency for all the help that they've given us tribes over the years. This technical assistance, expertise and the financing has been very well received. As you see, some of the results that we're having is bearing fruit, for lack of a better term. There's many examples. One I'd like to share with you is what the Northern California tribes are doing. They're doing the best they can to remove some dams. This is for the fish migration. This is their part of their culture. And even down in our way, we're doing what we can do. This whole wall that we're going to have a little bit of conversation on extends from the Pacific Ocean to the Gulf of Mexico. Our region happens to have two of the states, California and Arizona. We have many tribes along these borders. I know the Kumeyaay are going through some very distressing times. This wall is going through some of our cultural resources, our burial grounds. This affects us spiritually. We hope that somehow or another we're going to be able to heal for this. Along our international border is very sensitive environmentally. It's becoming very difficult to be able to keep the wildlife corridors open. We have the bighorn sheep, which is necessary for them to migrate, for their watering holes, their feeding grounds, their breeding to be able to get outside of their herd. We are doing everything we can to see that we can make some kind of provisions. We don't know what they are going to be at this point to be able to see the migration, not only the bighorn sheep, but the other wild mammals. We realize that the EPA in some ways is subordinate to other federal agencies. I think the EPA, along with some other environmental agencies, over the years have created wilderness areas. One of the disgusting things that we're experiencing is that those environmental laws are being pushed to the side for these walls. We do not encourage illegal crossings. There's a process for that. So I hope we can all live together. I hope that we can get beyond some of these environmental factors that are affecting us in a number of ways. We want to set good examples here, because it'll be those who come after us that will process the environmental rules and laws in the future. Thank you.
Good morning, everyone. Can you hear me? I will assume so and keep going. This is not a video. This is live. Thanks, Laura. Laura just acknowledged my presence. I appreciate that, and I'm grateful to be here with you today. And I want to thank everyone for participating in the 28th annual EPA Tribal Conference. While I would have enjoyed speaking with you today in person, I'm pleased the conference committee has found a way to convene us virtually and continue the tradition of gathering on a yearly basis. I'm excited to witness that what the month has to offer and look forward to a successful virtual conference. As I said, this week marks the 28th time we have convened a conference, and the goals remain the same: to share our successes, our lessons learned, and our best practices, and to grow and strengthen our professional and government-to-government relationships. Continuing these goals are even more important during these unprecedented times, and I hope this virtual space will provide for a constructive and productive dialogue. This year's conference theme is Preserving Our Heritage Through Actions, and the act of coming together, even virtually, provides an opportunity to do that. We have a robust agenda filled with a range of speakers, and I encourage you to take advantage of all the conference has to offer. I also want to acknowledge the challenges with COVID-19, as was so poignantly described in the opening video. It is a challenge that has affected us in so many ways, and I appreciate everyone's strength and resiliency during this time. It has truly taught us all to think of new ways to be successful at our work and to find new ways to reach our communities and to be thankful for the gift of each day. I also want to acknowledge the challenge of wildfire. The challenge of COVID-19 has not been the only one we have faced this year. Over the past several months, many of us have also faced the additional challenge of wildfires and the destruction that they have had on the landscape, our homes, places of work, as well as their impact on the air we breathe and the water we drink. Please let us know if there is anything we can do to support you or to connect you with our partners across the government, including FEMA or state agencies. We must continue to meet our country's most pressing environmental concerns with innovative solutions. For our part, we are continuing to support and fund tribal efforts to assess vulnerability and to develop adaptation and emergency response planning. I hope you have seen the fact sheet we developed this summer outlining those wildfire prevention, preparedness, and response activities that may be GAP eligible. Please reach out to our tribal branch if you need help locating it or have questions. We are also continuing to build the access and reliability of air quality data, including during wildfires. Our AIR program is always happy to answer questions, any questions about air now, smoke sense, or whether there may be other local sources of air quality data. I know I received a presentation from our Region 9 staff yesterday as to how to conform purple air, which many people use, it is very popular, with EPA's monitors to provide a even more accurate and timely assessment of smoke. And our staff can help you if you have questions about how to do that. So what I'd like to do is acknowledge the successes of grant awards next. Despite the difficult times we're facing, I do want to highlight some of the successes of the year in the grant area. For most of the last year, staff worked closely with tribes to finalize work plans and budgets for new tribal grants. The Grants Management Office has awarded $40.7 million in cooperative agreements and grant awards. These grants put resources into the hands of tribal environmental programs to do the real work on the ground: protection of air quality and water quality, management of solid and hazardous waste, cleaning of lands, building capacity, and reaching communities through outreach and education, among others. You all ought to be proud. If you haven't already subscribed to our new quarterly newsletter, I encourage you to reach out to find out how you can. And also, please let us know if you have a success story you would like for us to highlight. I'm pleased to announce the launch of a new training series for Region 9 staff designed to improve our collective understanding of and ability to work collaboratively with tribal governments. The series kicked off with a plenary session on September 30th. It will be followed by a series of talks from both EPA staff and tribal partners, covering such areas as consultation, federal Indian law, cultural awareness, and traditional ecological knowledge. The series aligns with the region's overall efforts to reinforce environmental justice principles into our work with tribes, including fair treatment and meaningful involvement. We've set some time to recognize several tribes this morning who have achieved treatment as state status, to recognize and celebrate their accomplishments. As we reflect on our challenges in this extraordinary time, it's important we also celebrate our successes. I am pleased to announce EPA's approval of treatment in a similar manner as a state, or TAS, for a record 7 tribes this past year, 6 under the Clean Water Act and 1 under the Clean Air Act. For all of these, I want to give special acknowledgement to the honorable leaders, council members, and the environmental department staff for their tireless efforts in collaboration with our team at Region 9. We could not do this without each other. Great teamwork. TAS provides tribes with the same roles and responsibilities that states have when it comes to implementing federal environmental programs. Specifically, these 7 tribes are now the primary administrators of the Clean Water Act's water quality standards and certification programs, and for Navajo Nation, the Clean Air Act Part 71 program. So let's begin this virtual awards ceremony to start with Navajo Nation's Clean Air Act treatment as state. And what I brought home from the office are these certificates and plaques. And Oliver, as I mentioned, I will bring this plaque with me to Navajo Nation later this week. But I will be, forgive me, but I will literally be unpacking these and showing them to you on the screen, and we'll go through and we'll get everyone's certificates to them eventually in three dimensions. So as I said, in 2004, EPA approved Navajo Nation's application to administer the Clean Air Act's Title V Operating Permit Program, otherwise known as the Part 71 program. Under the Part 71 program, NNEPA is the permitting authority and issues operating permits to stationary sources of air pollution. These permits are issued to all large sources of air pollution or major sources, and a limited number of smaller sources. Examples of Part 71 sources can include power plants, oil and gas production facilities, landfills, and mining operations. This TAS expands the Navajo Nation's authority so that they can permit sources in the former Bennett Freeze area. Navajo Nation was the first tribe to receive delegated authority and currently has 13 active permits. So at this point, I'll hold up the certificate and congratulate Oliver Whaley, Navajo Nation EPA Director. Oliver, would you like to have a few remarks at this time?
Yeah, thank you, John. I know I get to be the mouthpiece, I guess, today. We actually are in action right now as we speak. Several of our staff are conducting a multimedia inspection, including our air and toxics program and department. But yeah, I just want to thank you, and thank you for our partnership that we have with Region 9. We look forward to continuing to do that. Very proud of our agency, what we've accomplished up to this point, and particularly the staff and personnel that we have, who work very hard on a daily basis. And in this case, particularly our air and toxics department. And just want to specifically recognize our department manager, Eugenia Quintana, as well as our program managers, our operating program manager Glenna, and then all of our staff. So again, appreciate it. Thank you, and again, look forward to our partnership and look forward to having you out this week as well. It should be an exciting couple days, and yeah, we're excited to have you. Thank you.
Thanks, Oliver. I'm very much looking forward to my debut with the nation. So I'm very much looking forward to that. And before we move on to water quality standards, I want to give Oliver the heads up that we have approved the vast majority of the water quality standards that you are awaiting our reply on, and you should have that letter today shortly if you haven't already gotten it, and we can talk more about that when we're together. So at this time, I'm honored to welcome 6 tribes to join 18 others in implementing the Water Quality Standards Program. With this TAS, these tribes have the authority to develop surface water quality standards and issue water quality certifications of federal permits. So at this point, I'm reaching into, it almost feels like a graduation at this point, and it is in a way, I suppose, but it's a great recognition of the capacity you have as tribes and your capability and willingness to step up and run these programs on your own. So the next tribe is the Cabazon Band of Mission Indians from Coachella, California. This approval will help to protect the Whitewater River, which serves as the principal drainage for the entire Coachella Valley. And at this point, I'd like to congratulate Chairman Doug Wellness and invite you, Chairman, to make some remarks in acceptance.
I do not think that Doug is with us right now. So if we just want to move on to the next recipient.
Sure, we could do that. So the next recipient is the Shoshone Paiute tribe of Duck Valley, Nevada-Idaho border. And this approval will help protect tribal designated uses such as cold water biota and salmonid spawning. I knew I would get salmonid spawning wrong the first time. I challenge anyone to say that 6 times fast. So I am now pulling out this particular certificate. And there it is. And I'd like to congratulate Chairman Theodore Howard on receiving this treatment as state certificate. Chairman Howard, would you like to say a few words?
This is Sherry Crutcher on behalf of the Shoshone Paiute tribes. We would just like to say thank you for the award. It's been challenging as well as exciting, and the award's greatly appreciated. Thank you.
Well, congratulations, and you're very welcome. So the next award goes to the Karuk tribe of Happy Camp, California, in the Klamath Basin. This approval will assist the tribe in the continued protection of the Klamath River and Clear Creek with development of future water quality standards. And I'm now holding up your certificate. I congratulate the chairman, Russ Atterbury. I know Russell is on the call today. And Russell, Chairman, would you like to speak with a few remarks?
Yes. Yotua, thank you. So yeah, I would just like to take this opportunity to thank the EPA staff, John and everybody there for their hard work on the Karuk tribe's treatment as a state application. Very important that we get the tribal seat at the table. It's well past time for us to be modifying the consultation process, or we really need to have the opportunity to co-manage our Aboriginal territories. We thank TAS for recognizing the Karuk tribe's knowledge and expertise and capability to lead water protection efforts in the mid-Klamath. I think with the tribal ecological knowledge with water quality and the fires we're having are the methods that we used for since time memorial are becoming recognized, and for us to have firsthand application of our climate adaptation plans, our fuels reduction plans, our water quality plans would be a true sign of other agencies recognizing our sovereignty. And in order to have true sovereignty, we need to have some self-sufficiency and self-determination. So we appreciate all your work and with this TAS application. And with that being said, I would like to ask Susan Frick. She's our water quality expert for the Karuk tribe. And if she has any comments, I would like to allow a little time. Susan, are you on?
Yes, I'm on.
You have the floor.
Thank you, Chairman Atterbury. That was wonderfully said about the importance of TAS. I also wanted to express to you many thanks to your staff. They were very diligent and hardworking on this application. I think, as we all know, it's not a short or quick process, and it's pretty lengthy and timely, but we really appreciate all the work that they did on helping us work through this application process and getting us to the final endpoint. And we look forward to working with staff in the future on other processes and using our TAS to help out on our tribal lands. Thank you so much.
Thanks, Susan, and thanks, Chairman Atterbury. Congratulations once again. The next recipient is the Quartz Valley Indian Reservation from Fort Jones, California, in the Scott River Basin. This approval will assist the tribe in the protection of the Scott River, which is a major tributary to the Klamath River, Shackleford, and Snicktaw Creeks. So congratulations to Chairwoman Kayla Super. Chairwoman, would you like to offer a few remarks?
The chairwoman was unable to attend, so I'm going to accept the award on her behalf. I'm Crystal Robinson, the environmental director for the tribe. And, you know, I started this program in 2006 for Quartz Valley, the 106 program, and I want to thank the staff who has diligently worked with me to develop a monitoring plan and understand the health of the water and the fisheries in the Scott River Basin. And it has led us to this point of TAS approval, and we're very excited about that and excited to work with EPA to continue to formalize our water quality standards. So thank you.
Well, thank you, Crystal. Congratulations. The next recipient is the San Carlos Apache Tribe, San Carlos, Arizona. This approval will help protect the San Carlos Lake and 7 main rivers and streams for the support of cultural ceremonial activities as a beneficial use of a tribal water, ensuring that these cultural traditions can continue for future generations. So I'd like to congratulate Chairperson Terry Rambler on this important award. And please give us your thoughts this morning.
This is Christy Sangster-Begay. Unfortunately, the chairman is unable to join us in this meeting. So on behalf of the San Carlos Apache tribe, I'll be accepting this award. And but I would also, this recognition wouldn't have been possible without the hard work and dedication of our Department of Environmental Protection Office staff. The staff are Imogene Casey, Elliot Talgsor, as well as Theron Kenton, and as well as any of the other previous staff that had helped with these water quality standards. And so our department is beginning to expand, and I believe that this recognition will help in that expansion. And thank you again for including us in this recognition. Thank you.
You're most welcome, and congratulations. And I love that screen image. Very, very good. A COVIDly responsible Smokey the Bear. All right. The last but certainly not least of today's recipients is the Yerington Paiute tribe of Yerington, Nevada. This approval will help protect the tribe's surface waters used for agriculture, municipal water supply, and wetlands leading to the Walker River. So I'd like to congratulate Chairperson Ginny Hatch on receiving this very important award. Chairperson Hatch, would you like to make a few remarks?
Hi, this is Ginny Hatch. I'm also here with our Environmental Director, Jefferson M. I'm sorry you can't see us right now, but I'd like to say thank you so much for this designation. There's been a lot of work that's gone into this, and also that it's lovely to be back here among friends this morning. Any words from you, Jefferson?
No, this is exciting to finally receive this award. This has been ongoing since February, and we've finally been able to receive it, so this is exciting. And it's also exciting to have this to back our efforts and have an extension of authority to help protect our waters here for our Yerington Paiute tribal members. And we're going to hopefully make some positive impacts to where not only the positive impacts are felt by the tribal people, but just those in our near vicinity as well.
Very good, and congratulations once again. So as you can tell, working with tribes to achieve TAS is important to EPA Region 9 and all of our staff. And I want to encourage other tribes who may be thinking about it to reach out through your POs to learn more. Again, I want to congratulate each of the tribes crossing this milestone and thank you for your dedication to our shared mission of protecting human health and the environment. I wish we could be together to have the traditional presentation and shake your hands, and look forward to the day when we can do that again soon. So to wrap up our opening ceremony, I just want to thank you all for taking the time to be here today. On behalf of EPA, we extend a sincere thank you to the host organizers, San Pasqual Band of Mission Indians, Vanessa Martinez, John Flores, Melissa Morales, Desiree Morales, and Stephanie Ortega, as well as the 2020 Planning Committee. I also want to thank San Pasqual Chairman Stephen W. Cope and Councilman Dave Toller for his opening remarks. Each year, you have managed to outdo yourselves and execute a successful event, bringing EPA and tribes together to learn and grow. I'm humbled to speak here before you and will do what I can to support and strengthen the relationship between EPA and the tribes. Always feel welcome going forward to reach out to me or my staff. I am excited to experience this virtual conference with you and want to thank everyone for their flexibility and willingness to adapt. Thanks very much.
Thank you, everyone. Right now, we have a few conference updates that John is going to handle. So before you leave, let's get those done. And then I'm going to hand it over to John.
Hi, thank you everyone for those great remarks, and congratulations to all the tribes that have been able to attain TAS status. That's a huge accomplishment, something I know we at San Pasqual are striving for ourselves and for water quality standards. So congratulations. A few conference updates. The breakout sessions will be beginning around 10:15 today, and then throughout the day. We are updating a few of our Zoom links for the sessions for today and tomorrow. So we'll be updating the website as well as sending out an email blast for some updated links for the breakout sessions today. It's our first virtual conference, so bear with us as we work through some of these technical difficulties that we've had. But yeah, you'll get a new updated link, and then just check the conference every day, and the agenda should be updated as well today, and we'll be sending out a new updated agenda with new links as well. So thank you, everybody. It's a pleasure having everyone here in this virtual space. I can't wait to see you all again, in real life, and enjoy your day wherever you may be today.